The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Hello, my name is Patty Hunter, and this is Patty's Page, my show. Today's guests are Myo Myint and Thiha. And the reason why we're here today is because what has been happening in Burma and why they are both here in Fort Wayne. So we'll start with you, Myo. How old were you when you went into the army?
So at the age of 17, in 1980, I joined the Burma Army. So that time I was just 17 years old. So you can say as me as a child soldier.
So your family, were they into the military as well?
Yeah, my father is a former military man. But 1 year before I joined the army, he died.
I'm sorry. Well, but your mom, is she still around?
Sorry?
Your mother, is she still here?
Yeah, my mom is here in United States, Fort Wayne. She arrived here 1 year ago.
So you have the whole family here now?
No, inside Burma. My eldest brother and two elder sisters, they live in Burma.
Are they all right?
Yeah, now and after Burma Soldier documentary film come out, and then some of the military intelligence came into my home and asked them a lot of questions about me and my mom. And, I have the another younger sister, one younger sister and one younger brother who live here. The military intelligence came home and asked them, about we three siblings and my mom who live here.
So, when you were growing up, what did you think about the military before you joined and found out the real truth about them?
As I was born and raised in military circle, and then since childhood, so I'm very proud of military men. Whenever I saw them in parade and then in uniform, I think, they are very smart. And then I think, they are protecting the people and their properties and sovereignties of country. So I think since that time when I grew up and then I want to become soldier.
Were you was Burma under British control for a while?
Yeah, after 3 Anglo-Burmese war, and then started in 1824 to ended 1885. The whole country of Burma was seized by the British colonialists. So Burma regains her independence in January 4th, 1948.
So there was this man, this General Win. When did he came into power?
Yeah, during our struggling for independence from British colonialists. And then, so that time, General Aung San, our founding father of Burma, and founder of the founder of the Burma Army, we regard General Aung San as George Washington of Burma. So General Nguyen and General Aung San, they are comrades. They went to Japan secretly, and they are trained Japanese fascists as a military man. So General Nguyen and General Aung San they are comrades. They are working together for independence for Burma. So so in 1962 March 2nd, that time General Nguyen was the staff commander of the chief commander of the Burma Army. he and some of his colleagues, and then coup d'etat the state power. So he came. So you can say, in March 2nd, he came into power. That time.
1962.
1962, March 2nd.
So he did something in 1998. The 8888 uprising. What was that all about?
So we named that pro-democracy uprising 8888 pro-democracy uprising because its tempo, the highest tempo is August 8, 1988. So we name it 8888 pro-democracy uprising. In that democracy uprising, almost all of the Burmese population took to the streets and then they staged the demonstration. So they demand democracy, freedom, and human rights. They are trying to throw down the then one-party ruling government.
I heard somewhere that General Win saw an astrologer, and they didn't want 9 in their system, like 1988. He took the 9 out. What happened to the people? What?
I didn't clear.
Oh, Okay, there was an astrologer who told General Win that 9 was bad luck.
Oh, yes.
Is that part of the uprising?
You should ask him that question.
Yes, like General Ne Win, as far as I know, is he likes 9. So like we have notes, Burmese currency notes, like this is in 45 notes. So according to the advice of the astrologers, they play the numbers. So sometimes they like 9, sometimes they like 8. It depends what the astrologers advise.
So what caused the uproar about 8888 uprising? What was it?
Actually, my understanding was August 88 is there's Tetra 8. So it's people set the target date easily on that day. And then the low level of uprising already started in March, June, and end of July, and it come to the August. At the height of 88, the whole country came out on the streets.
Some of the Burmese media across the world, they agitate and they want people to memorize. This is 8888. It's very easy to memorize for every people.
That was like a signal for them all to come out. What caused this uprising? Was the military? Was it that bad towards its own people?
So once Burma is richest country among the Southeast Asian country, but and then since 1962 to right now, the military regimes ruled our country. According to their mismanagement and misgovernance, our country, turned into the poorest country around the world. In 1980, our country, went into the poorest country. Name is LDC, least development country. So once the richest country among the Southeast Asians, but after 26 years, our country become the poorest one. So economic conditions are poorer and poorer. At the same time, the military gender economic condition is richer and richer, wealthier and wealthier. So people don't stand for that conditions. So finally, they made up their mind. As long as the military regimes govern our country, so our condition is like that. We never experience democracy, freedoms, and human rights. So first, if we want to be rich and we want to be dignified people, first thing we must do is to throw down the then government. So all of the Burmese population participates and involve that democracy uprisings.
So is General Nguyen still around?
No, he was.
He already passed away. Just before 88 uprising, it was July 1988. He stepped down from his position, but he controlled behind the scene. And then after that, when we left to the border areas, there are other generals who gained power, and then after that, he passed away.
So when the generals who took over, what did they get worse? Were they worse with your people?
Yes, it is getting worse. You know, at least General Nguyen, he tried to maintain the culture of the country. You know, but the new generation of generals, you know, they let destroy the culture
And the people.
and the people. If people are not against their power, they can do whatever they want. They don't care it will ruin the culture or not. They don't care.
So the younger generation, younger than you, they only know about this regime. They didn't see it happen, evolve, so to speak, from what was nice to now. So how can you get through to them? I understand that they aren't allowed to read books in Burma.
Yeah, the generation, after us, the most of Burmese kids who were born in here, and then all of their, parents, one time, all of their parents, and they used to be, former student soldier like Dr. Thiha, former political prisoner like me, former democracy activist. But, and then, after they moved here in the United States, so they, they are working very hard for their daily survival. So, and other thing, and then they have, a little time, to say and explain about the Burmese current and past political situations and background history. But, and then some of the Burmese people, they can teach and they can explain their kids about the Burma. So I think it doesn't matter for us. But and then most of the kids who are born in here, I mean Burmese kids who are born in here, and then they are very willing to learn about their country. So I don't worry about that.
Well, what I'm saying is, over in Burma, are they allowed to read or write? Or are they just oppressed? Censorship.
Yes, freedom of speech, freedom of expression is prohibited until today. Today is much, I believe it's getting worse than before. So compared with here, here is freedom of expression. But you have accountability and responsibilities, and then we are learning here too.
So both of you are here to help your people. Golden Moon was put together by who?
It started from my friend from Virginia. His name is Thiha. One day he called me. They want to do the community TV. And then we discussed with him, and then we've been preparing for that for a while. After that, I approached to Myo Myint. Myo Myint, hey, you had an experience. You are taking a movie, documentary film about the Burma Soldier. You had some experience. So I asked him, can you join with us? So me, Thiha, and Myo Myint, we created Golden Moon TV. Our main focus is to share our knowledge to the Burmese community who are struggling in the United States.
Now, there are two ethnic groups there, Muslim as well as Buddhists.
So in our country, there are a lot of tribes and ethnics, and then we can say 8 major ethnic groups, and then 135 tribes, a lot of clans inside. So Muslim is not the ethnic, and then we call them as the Burmese Muslims. They lived Burma a long time ago. That their parents and great-parents and great-grandparents were born in Burma. They believe in Islam. So we call them as a Burmese Muslim, but they are not ethnic groups. But in Burma, there is no freedom of religions. So I think the 86% of the Burmese population believe in Buddhism. Christian, Islam, and Hindu and Jewish, Judaism are religious minority groups. So inside Burma, so the government, all of the Burmese government, they always oppress, religious or ethnic minority group. But in 2007, the Burmese government itself, all of the cabinet member of the Burmese government, they believe in Buddhism. But in 2007, almost 100,000 Buddhist monks, they took to streets. They demand government to lower the commodity price, and then to free political prisoner, to become rich country, to become our country rich.
What you were before.
Yeah, but finally the government think, oh, these Buddhist monks demonstration threaten our power. So finally, these Burmese government believe in Buddhism. They are Buddhists, but actually they shoot the Buddhist man on the streets, arrested and sent into prison. So they say we are Buddhists, but actually pretending they are fake Buddhism.
They're not. They say they're. It's like saying you're Christian, but you're not practicing it. Just Buddhist, you're saying that you're a Buddhist, but you're not a practicing Buddhist. You're not loving towards your own people.
I can say is they don't care what ethnic groups or not. Yeah. They don't care which you belong to any religions. Yeah. They only care is whoever against the power is the enemy. Yeah. So even they are Buddhists, they don't care about the Buddhist monks or Buddhism. They don't care about any ethnic groups or any religions. They don't care. They only care to hold their power.
So they don't care at all about their own people, no matter how many they destroy. I was wondering, we have a picture here.
Oh, yeah.
Who is she?
Her name is Aung San Suu Kyi, daughter of our founding father, General Aung San. She is Nobel Peace Prize winner. 22 years of her political life, almost 15 years out of her 22 years her political life, she is under house arrest. So she arrested 3 times, and then totally 15 years she was under house arrest. Now she released 3 or 4 months ago. She is the Democratic Party called NLD, National League for Democracy. She is party leader.
And she's still fighting for freedom and religious rights and human rights and democracy for you.
Yeah, then since she involved in Burma politics in 1988, since that time, she has been fighting for democracy, freedom, and human rights for our people.
Do you think you will succeed helping your people get that freedom?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We will win one day. We are doing the truth for the people, not for us. It's for the country. It's for the people. It's for the new generations. So the truth will prevail. We will win one day, sooner or later.
So, you were what profession were you in Burma?
I was a dentist in Burma.
So you were civilian?
Yes. I was graduated in 1980, and in 1982, I got a government job as a dentist in the hospital. That's a civil hospital in Karen State called Papon. It's a population about 2,000 people. I was the first dentist in this small little town, and that area was in the center of the Civil War. I was born and raised in Rangoon, capital city, but I never see this kind of civil war before in my life. But when I arrived in November 1982, I arrived at city. I was stayed in the hospital quarters for the doctors. Under the house, there is a bomb shelter. Because at night time, sometimes the Korean National Union groups, that ethnic rebel groups and government forces exchange mortar fires.
Speaking about mortar fire, you were injured yourself.
How to say? Mortar fire, mortar mean like artillery. Yeah, they shoot each other.
What happened with you with your injuries?
On February 18, 1984, that time, and then I was in front line, fighting against the communist forces of Burma. So I was in landmine field. That time, the commander of that battalion ordered me to make clearance because and then they want to post their one artillery. So during I make clearance on the ground, on the plot, that time the communist forces, they fire the one mortar, one artillery. So that mortar shell, explodes very near to me. There are a lot of landmines. So same time, the mortar shell and all of the landmines explode and their shreds hit my body. So I lost all of my limbs and one eyesight, left eyesight.
I didn't know about your eye. But you're doing okay. I mean, you adapted very well. How long were you in hospital?
Sorry?
How long were you in the hospital recuperating?
After I got the injury in the front line, so they could not send to hospital. So because of weather and fighting intensely. So after 2 days, and then they carried me to the nearest hospital, in front line. And then totally I was hospitalized in 4.5 months. So I got a full-time surgery for my left eyesight. Yeah, so they take off there a lot of landmine shreds. So in my body there are a lot of landmine shreds still now. But and then after I discharged from hospital, and at that time I exercised myself and then practicing meditations for mental health and exercising for physical health. It's very good. And then practicing meditation is the best remedy for the mental health.
So when you were finally recuperated, did you go back into the military?
Sorry?
Did you go back into the military, the army, when you was rehabilitated?
Yeah. So before I was discharged from army, yeah. So after I got the injury, and then before I discharged from army, I went to military barrack to the take and to treat my health conditions. So after 3 years, I was discharged from army.
When was it the turning point when you found out that you were going to prison because you did not believe in the military anymore?
Yeah, when I was child, I think all of the military men are very smart. They protecting people and their properties and sovereignty of country. So as my goal, when I grew up, I want to be soldier, especially military officer. So in practically, after I became the military man as a military engineer, I was sent to front line. There, I saw and witnessed a lot of atrocities committed by Burma Army to the civilian. Sometimes the Burma Army, took the villagers to use military porters. Sometimes to use as human minesweepers. The military men raped the ethnic women and then looted their property, burned down the whole village, destroyed everything. So, based on these bad experience, I changed my mind. My attitude changed totally. Once I'm but I am very proud of myself being a soldier too, despising myself being a soldier. So you can say the frontline experience changed my attitude and my stand totally.
So, because of you denying the military, the army, you went to prison for how long?
So after I was discharged from army, so I want to stop civil war. In that civil war started on 1948 to today, the longest civil war across the world, you can say. So in that civil war, there are a lot of cause of civil war. There are inside Burma. There are a lot of widows who lost their husbands, kids who lost their fathers. There are a lot of mom like a lot of mother like my mother who are looking for their sons, their lost sons. There are a lot of people like me lost their limbs when they are very young. So I don't want to happen like this condition any longer inside Burma. So I want to stop civil war. So after I was discharged from army, I secretly contact with the insurgent groups. And I want to know their opinion and their thinking on civil war. So I happened to talk and discuss with them how to stop civil war. We are working together to find out the means and way how to stop the civil war. So in 1988, I myself, like Dr. Thiha and other Burmese people, involved in democracy uprising. So after 1989, democracy uprising were cracked down by the military regimes. In that pro-democracy uprising crackdown, over 3,500 people were killed. A lot of people arrested and sent into prison, like me. So I can say why I involved in politics, why I was arrested, why I was sent into prison, why I get the 15-year imprisonment is I want to stop the civil war.
I hear you. You're welcome. When you were overwhelmed as a dentist at the hospital and fighting came around your area, what happened with you and the people who worked at the hospital?
Okay, that small little town named Papon, we can only rely on the airplane about the transportation. If we want to go to the other city, if you want to go by road, we have to walk. We cannot use cars, and we have to walk 75 miles far, and then that roads are very dangerous, and there will be a landmines there. So one time, the weather was bad, and the rebels were surrounded the city, and then two of the medical doctors left with the last airplane. So I was a dentist, and then I left alone in the hospital with one nurse and several midwives. Okay, so the administrative people from the town said, you have to take in charge the hospital, even that is not my expertise. Then after that, one of the Lance Corporal from the Burma Army was hit by a landmine and arrived to the hospital. And then the army cannot pick up the mine injury personnel by helicopter because they can't afford for the soldiers. They can only afford for the officers. Even the officers' parents are from the high ranks. So the commanding officer told me, for that mine injury soldier, do whatever you need to do. He will take responsibility. It means if he die, they don't care. So at last, I decided to lead the team to amputate that Lance Corporal. Anyhow, I saved that Lance Corporal's life, and then his left leg was amputated. So I saved him. So.
When did you finally say enough is enough and you wanted to leave the country?
Well, actually, since I was a college kid, it was 1973-74, I took part as a student activist against the military government. There were about 1974 and 76 student uprising. I involved there as an ordinary student. Okay, I was not a leader. I was a young follower. Okay, and then in 1982, as I mentioned, I became a dentist and worked in the civil hospital. I was a civilian side of the government employee. Okay, and then in 1993, we went to the military training. All the government civilian officers had to go for the military training. And then one day we went back to Rangoon, the capital city, for the weekend. I met with two of my ex-classmates. They were dismissed from the school because of some reasons. You know, one became a sailor that go to the different countries, and another became a businessman. So when we dentists and two of the ex-classmates, we were in the big restaurant. We don't have enough money to pay the doctor. The dentists have not enough money to pay. Our income is too small. You know, even we work hard, we study hard for 7 years, our income is very small. But two of my ex-classmates, the sailor and the businessman, they took care of everything for us. You know, something is going wrong. You know, now, people who've been displaced from the school and cannot become a dentist, became a sailor, his income is much, much higher than us. You know, the system is wrong. You know, our country is going in the wrong direction. We have to do something. You know.
That's why I'm having you two on my show, because I want people in Fort Wayne and surrounding areas to know what is going on in Burma. We've seen the show Burma Soldier, and it was out in HBO several times. And when you saw yourself on the show, what did you think? Did you feel uncomfortable, or did you feel it was worth the cause, or what?
So as for me, the themes I expressed in Burma Soldier, the thing I expressed in Burma Soldier documentary film, I never rethink about myself. If possible, I want to wipe out these, past memories in my mind and in my heart, but I cannot do. So whenever I think about these things, so nighttime I cannot sleep well. Whenever I wake up, the whole body of my sweating. I have nightmares. But before I accepted to take part in Burma Soldier, subject of the Burma Soldier, so I think, though I don't want to think about these things, but I have to tell international communities, So because inside Burma, people from inside Burma, they have no chance, they have a little chance to approach the international communities and media. So as much as we can draw the media attention and international community awareness for the struggling for our people, struggling of our people for democracy. So now we, Dr. Thiha and I, and other democracy activists, we live here, United States, over 1,000 miles away from our country. We have no rights to direct involve or to direct participate in Burma politics. So every time we always thinking what we can do from here for our country, for our people. So we accepted, okay, we can do something to the extent. So whenever I watch my movie, I feel very sad and painful. Actually, I don't want to watch it again and again repeatedly, but I must watch. So I know these things I don't want to rethink about myself, but I must and have to tell international communities. So and other thing, there there are a lot of reasons why we Burmese people came here as refugee status. I want American people to know why we Burmese people came here as refugee status. Actually, me and Dr. Thiha and other, democracy activists, we never, leave from our country. If we have the chance, we want to go back our native land. Right now, we live here. We regard Fort Wayne as our home, but we regard our country as our native land. We appreciate people from America. We say thank yous always, American people.
Wow, that was heavy. That was heavy. So, when did you finally get out of Burma to come over here? What year?
So, last time I was released from prison on May 6, 2004. So, after being released from prison, I participated in politics. But finally, 9 months after I was released from prison, the military intelligence came into my home and they threatened me. This is the last time for you. If you are arrested for the last time, you and all of your siblings, including your mom, will together be arrested and sent into prison. So finally, I made up my mind, to leave from Burma because I don't want to be arrested again. I don't want to get the torture. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. So finally, I made up my mind to leave from Burma. And then from Rangoon to Thai-Burma border, they are almost 800 miles away from my home to Thai-Burma border. There are a lot of military checkpoints. Every checkpoint, there are, police officer and the immigration officer, soldier, and other, civil people. They ask money, as a bribe. If you are not able to give money as bribe, you must be arrested and sent inside Burma. So that time I have no ID, but I use that my military ID. This is very useful for me. So they ask me, hey, who are you? Oh yeah, now I am former military man. You have the military ID? Yes, I have.
Can you get that, Bob? Are my fingers in the way? Okay, it's fine. Oh, you can. This is an old, how old is it?
Yeah, so this is very old. So since I have the, 1980, when I joined the army.
Wow.
So there, in these military checkpoints, they ask me, hey, show ID. I take out that military, registration, military ID. Oh, this is my ID. They flip it. Oh, you're a former soldier? Oh, you're a former military service? Yes, I am. Okay, go. Okay, go. This is very useful for me to fly from Burma to Thailand.
Oh, my. I'm happy that you got it.
Yeah.
I am so happy.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Aung San Suu Kyi. Aung San Suu Kyi.
Susie. I'm praying for her. I'm praying for her followers and for you and for Thai. And how did you get out of Burma finally?
Yes, in 1988, there was, as you know, the whole country uprising. I joined with the student movement. As I was a student activist in 74, 76, I joined back with the student activists. And then after the military coup in September 18, 1988, I decided we need to start an armed struggle. Because we've been using non-violent ways for a long time and we've been crushed by every time. So I decided I need to join the rebel army. So on December 1988, I was in the India side of the border. And then after that, I arrived to Thai side of the border in June 1989. Since then, I was living along the Thai-Burma border areas for the armed struggle. That is how I reached to the
How old were you again
now or at the time.
at that time?
At the time I was 33.
How old are you now?
Now I'm 48. So you can say, so I don't believe in armed struggle. He believes in armed struggle, but I believe in non-violence. But he and I, try to reach our goal, but different ways. So I understand why they hold guns to fight against the military, because and then they hold the gun and oppress the people. They are the right people to, against the military guns against guns. So, but though I don't believe in armed struggle, but I support all with them. Though he and I use a different means and way to reach our goals and aim.
So he is a military man, but he not agree the armed struggle. I am from the civilian side, but I'm more eager to armed struggle. Anyhow, to reach the goal, we can use different tactics. If you have non-violent means or militants, or if we can create any other means, we all work together to get rid of the tyranny.
So there's no tension here amongst your people, different religions, and Muslim or Buddhist. Like they're fine. They get along.
Yes, there is some ethnic tension and religious tension in my country, but here, under the democratic system, under the laws, abiding laws, we all walk together and live together. Because we all are the same, and then we respect each other, we respect and walk together. And then what I would like to say to the Burmese people, to the military government is, hey, under the democratic system, under the laws, we can live together, we can walk together peacefully.
Do you have any Burmese saying to your friends?
Pardon?
Do you have any saying anything to talk to them in your own language?
Yes. ကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာပြည်သားတွေကအမေရိကမှာနေထိုင်တဲ့နေရာမှာကိုယ့်ဘဝကိုကိုယ်တိုးတက်အောင်နေထိုင်ကြသလိုအသိပညာတွေအတတ်ပညာတွေလည်းပုံပုံလေးလာကြပဲပါတစ်ချိန်ကျရင်ကိုယ့်အတွက်ရောကိုယ့်မိသားစုအတွက်ပါမကဒုက္ခရောက်နေတဲ့ဒုက္ခတွေတွေကဗမာပြည်သားတွေကိုကူညီဖို့လည်းစိတ်ထဲမှာထားပြီးတော့တစ်ချိန်ကျရင်လည်းပြန်ပြီးတော့တိုင်းပြည်တည်ထောင်ပြီးမှပြန်ကူညီကြပါလို့ပန်ကြားလိုပါတယ်
Do you have anything to say to the people here, and you can be able to use what I am filming right now wherever you want to use it in Burmese.
ကျွန်တော်အနေနဲ့ဒီနေ့ဒီမှာဒေါက်တာတီဟာရဲ့ကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ပရီဟန်ဒါရဲ့လာပြီးတော့အခုလိုပြောပြဆိုပြဆွေးနွေးပြတာလေးကိုဝမ်းသာပါတယ်နောက်တစ်ခုကဒီမှာရှိနေတဲ့ဗမာပြည်သားတွေကိုအဓိကအနေနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့လိုပဲအားလုံးသောဗမာပြည်သားတွေကအဖိနှိတ်ခံနေဘဝတွေအဖိနှိတ်ခံနေအဖြစ်တွေကိုဖြတ်တန်းခဲ့ပြီးဒုက္ခမျိုးမျိုးကိုကြုံဆုံပြီးမှဒီကိုရောက်လာကြတဲ့သူတွေပါပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ဒုက္ခတဲ့ဘဝနဲ့ဒုက္ခတွေဒီမှာလည်းထပ်ပြီးတွေ့ကြတာပဲဒါပေမဲ့လို့ဗမာပြည်သူတန်း60သောဗမာပြည်သူတွေရင်ဆိုင်နေရတဲ့ဒုက္ခတဲ့ဆိုင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒုက္ခမပြောပါတော့တဲ့ဒုက္ခလေးပါပဲအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကမပြောပါတော့တဲ့ဒုက္ခလေးကိုရင်ဆိုင်နေရတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒုက္ခတွေတွေဟာအင်မတန်ကြီးမားတဲ့ဒုက္ခကြီးကိုရင်ဆိုင်နေရတဲ့တန်း60သောဗမာပြည်သူတွေရဲ့ဒုက္ခကိုစာနာပြီးတတ်နိုင်သမျှဝိုင်းဝန်းပြီးတော့ကုညီပံ့ပိုးဖြည့်ရှင်းပြီးဆောင်ရွက်ပေးနိုင်ကြလိမ့်မယ်လို့လည်းမျှော်လင့်ပါတယ်အဲ့လိုပဲဝိုင်းဝန်းပြီးကုညီဆောင်ရွက်ပေးကြဖို့အတွက်ကိုလည်းတိုက်တွန်းလိုပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာ
Don't know what you said, but it sounded very important for your own people, and I think that I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I met you. I was just wondering, with the Golden Moon Productions, so how long has it been going on, the show?
The first show that we broadcast was July 14, 2010. So the last week was the 40th, volume 40. I'm a producer and a talk show moderator. So
do you help people who come from Burma or from the refugees camp? They wouldn't really know that much about Burma if they spent most of their lives in the refugee camps. So what can you do for them who come here?
So, here we can say some refugees families live in refugee camps over 2 decades. Now, some live in there 27 years, 28 years. So they never have a chance to learn regular school, to go to regular school. They never have a chance to send their kids to go to regular school. They never heard about the healthcare system. Some of the Burmese refugees, though they are Burmese, they come from Burma. They can speak Burmese, but they cannot read nor write. They don't know their history. Yeah, because and then they have no chance to learn our background history. Because and then they were born and raised in refugee camps along the Thai-Burma border. And then some of the ethnic groups, all of the ethnic groups, they have their own dialects. They use their own dialects. Sometimes, though Burmese is common language for all of the Burmese people come from Burma, but they have their own dialect. They use their own dialect. So some of the Burmese refugees members, and then they cannot read, they cannot write. So, but the Golden Moon is very, very benefit and very, very useful for them because though they cannot read or they cannot write, but they have the eyes, they have the ear. This is very useful. Golden Moon is very impact for the Burmese population to educate or to swap in culture, to learn how to live here in different culture, in United States.
Well, I've had the opportunity to do several shows as a camera person. My husband and I, Bob Hunter and I, did camera work, and we're going to continue doing camera work for you too. And you have had insurance people on. What other type of people do you have on to teach your Burmese population here in Fort Wayne?
Yes, we have talk show about the culture differences and how to adapt the culture. And then now we went to about the life insurance, about the property and casualty. Now we will go to how to start up the small business in the United States. So we will. I want to see our people in the United States. They are a hope. If they work hard, they will get success. But the system is very different. So they need to learn how the system works in the United States and how we need to adapt to success our family life, our personal life. So I don't want to see they depress and they give up. So there are ways that they need to learn. So we are trying to help them out to learn the easiest way.
So they learn English from your show?
Not yet, but we have a plan. We will go for the English language class every weekly base.
Cool. And I'm glad your show is here. When the people who come directly from these Burma or refugee camps, how do they survive here? I mean, where do they get the jobs? What place do you sponsor them or something? Or
at the time we arrived here, we were being sponsored by First Baptist Church and the Catholic Charities. And then, like for us, we have an education background, so it's easy to blend in this culture, and it's very easy to get jobs. At the time, the job market was very good, but the refugees arrived here, and after 2007, there was a economic hardship in here, and then they also have very poor education background, and then it's the worst time, and they've been facing a lot of challenging language barrier, to get a job. They've been competition with a very tight job market. So they are learning. We always support them. Don't give up. Work hard. One day you will get that. We also, people living in here for a long time, we also struggling, because the job market is shrinking and shrinking. And then the fittest survivor like this time, so we all had to more work harder, need to learn more.
So, with Golden Moon, you said you're going to be teaching, hopefully, you will be teaching English soon? Having classes, when would that be? Do you know, in the fall?
Not me, that there's an English teacher, that there's a Burmese teacher who taught English ESL classes for the refugees for 2 years experience. He will be in our program very soon.
I like that. So, I pray for her, and I pray for you. Yeah. You are inspiration to a lot of people here. Yeah. And your people in Burma, I don't know whether are they aware of you or what you're doing?
So, Democratic Voice of Burma, based on Norway, and that TV stations are broadcast, almost 12 times inside Burma. According to their survey, over 5 million Burmese people in Burma, they already watch Burma Soldier documentary film. And then other thing, we have our own website called Vimeo. Vimeo website. So we put the Burma Soldier in Burmese versions. So people who watch on Vimeo website are over 300,000. People who watch and download on the Vimeo website over 300,000. So almost, and then other people who hit and then take the link and then they watch is over 300,000. So totally 1 million people already watch and download and play on the Vimeo. And other thing, and then my producer, he made copy, Burma Soldier DVD copy a lot, almost 500,000. Now they smuggle in Burma. Now a lot of, DVD in spread inside Burma. Yeah. Some of the Burma soldier who in service, they already watch it. They watch it very secretly. So I hope the soldier who in service, after they watching Burma Soldier documentary film, they can think about their actions to the civilian, right or wrong, good or bad, should or should not. If they can think their actions, it should not, it wrong, it unjust, they change their mind, their attitude like me. They will stand with the people, for the struggle. People, they will stand with the people, and they were involved in, struggling for democracy.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Myo and Thiha, for coming on to my show. This is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page, and I pray for Burma and the people who live there, and the people who live here in Fort Wayne as well, that they adapt and they can be able to survive here until there's freedom and peace in Burma again. We pray for them and for the outcome of their freedom. So have a great day, and thank you for tuning in to my show, and God bless.